let's use the model. If you think about a financially driven, a multinational you see in the news all the time, here's what is modeled. And the yellow is what's important. So we got goals and targets, and we're cascading goals and targets to all the different roles. We're using balanced scorecard and those kinds of tools. And we got Lean and Six Sigma. We're driving robust, reliable processes, delivering great outcomes. We got clear direction and inspirational phrases coming out from head office, and that's great. We got profitability updates. We're monthly and quarterly checking project and profitability targets. And we got dashboards for it all. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just that millennials, and everybody else I know, values what's not being talked about. The coaching that says, you're actually interested in my development and my contribution. The affirmation that comes from you listening to my ideas. It's accountability that keeps teams and leadership teams performing at a high level. And it's words, inspirational words made active and real by some tangible expressions in the community. That's what they expect. But let me do the opposite. Let me show you an opposite organization. Here's an NFL football team. And I thought they'd be fun because they're almost the exact polar opposite. And you think, it's the New England Patriots. And if I say that word as an NFL fan, you either love them or you hate them because they win so much it's annoying. Right? Coach Belichick calls his approach, do your job. And do your job is really, it's not that they don't have goals and targets, they just never talk about them. Because all they talk about is what those look like daily and weekly. And so it's a strong coaching focus because they've defined what's expected by role. And they have organized team activities and processes, but they change all the time because innovation is so strong there. In one NFL film, Coach Belichick is walking around the practice field, and one by one his coaches come up and offer suggestions on how they think they can make the Hall of Fame coach, the most winning coach ever, his practice better. And Coach Belichick smiles and goes, that's a great idea, let's do that. A few minutes, another gentleman comes over and he offers a suggestion, and Coach Belichick says, that's an excellent idea. That's exactly what we need to be doing. Let's do that right now. Isn't that interesting? He's the most winning coach ever, and he's still looking for ideas from his people every single day. In fact, in terms of a demonstration of respectful, transparent leadership, in that same film, on camera, he says, I make mistakes all the time. And we need ideas from everyone to be better every day. Wow, that's a really cool model. And they don't have to worry about profit, they make lots of money. And they actually go through their film of last week's game in front of the entire, there's no place to hide if you're not doing a good job. So strong accountability. There's community partnerships to give a broader purpose. At the same time, what's really neat about them, their core value is unselfishness. You have to be willing to put the team first and play any position. Some players play 3 positions in one season. So if you have a favorite position, sometimes players don't want to go to the Patriots, even though they win all the time. But I really thought it was cool. They're almost the anti-inspirational group. Coach Belichick, if you've ever seen him in a press conference, is the most monotone guy you've ever seen. In fact, they were behind in one Super Bowl. And I thought, what a great time for the coach to give a rousing, inspirational speech at halftime to rally the energy of the team. No. Coach Belichick walks up and down the sideline and in the locker room says, do your job. Do your job. Which on the inspirational meter, like it doesn't move the needle, like nothing. And it's interesting that in that situation, he reminded them that they had defined what's expected by role. And everybody knew their job. And if they did it, they'd be successful. And that's what ultimately they were. They were successful in that situation.